What's going on? What's going on, America? Everybody, future entrepreneurs or present entrepreneurs, investors. How are y'all doing? My fellow MCA comrades, colleagues, and peers, to, fro, and abroad. This is the role model here. Definitely want to make this video. It's late night here, Wednesday. Well, early morning Wednesday. Okay. Can't sleep. Entrepreneurs, the life of an entrepreneur. Up all night. But no, I'm going to make this video dealing with training. This is a piggyback from the last video I made when I was mainly speaking about just answering questions that I get all the time through emails, tons of emails, multitudes, a plethora of questions I get about various topics, different things, and none of them are disturbing. I tell a lot of people that, you know, there's no question that's a dumb question except the question that's not asked. You know, if you just feel you know all the answers, the minute, always remember this quote: the minute that you stop learning is the minute that you start dying. Okay, remember that. The minute that you stop learning is the minute that you start dying. Okay, as long as you're alive, you're supposed to be progressing. You're supposed to be constantly evolving, constantly progressing, constantly growing more intelligent. Okay, so far as becoming to know about knowledge of self, as well as knowledge of wealth, you know, health, and just many other things. All right, so one should never get tired or grow weary of learning. Okay, you may grow weary of being tired because you're learning so much. Okay, but that's just you working out your brain. That's a good thing. But definitely always sponge up and always love learning. It's a beautiful thing to learn. Anyway, with that being said, this is a training video. Okay, so I'm going to give you some good resources, some good tips. This video is going to be very paramount for anybody that wants success, not just with MCA, but any business that you're dealing with. Whether it's network marketing, whether it's direct sales, whether it's, you know, whatever arena that you're in and you want to just have success. Me being a role model that I am, I'm going to help you with that. So this is your training. So if anybody was to ask, well, how long is training, or what is training, I got some questions dealing with training that I couldn't get to on my last video. So I'm going to answer them in this video with the training and the names I'm going to drop on you, the titles, the books that I've read in my little tiny library here. I have a bigger one, but this is my traveling library. I usually take with me a lot. From what I've learned from my rich dad, from what I've learned from my peers, I'm going to share in this video so you can utilize that information. If you're smart, you'll utilize it, and it's going to help you to where you can be more successful, having more success in your business, whatever business it is, or definitely in MCA. Okay, it's going to be a thing of the past so far as failure, not knowing. Now you're going to know the way. You're going to know how to do it. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with it. Okay, I'm going to be breaking out some books. So if I were you, let me see, if I were you, what I suggest you do is to I would say get out a pen, get out a paper, and, you know, because there's going to be a lot of information I put in this video, a lot of information. Okay, and mainly that's because I want everybody to have success. It doesn't matter if you had a mentor, a coach, or excuse me, you did not have a mentor, a coach, a leader, a role model, somebody that's helping you directly. You don't have to travel to and fro or travel far to have someone to help you. This video right here alone, pass it to your teams, give it, share it, you know, subscribe to my channel so far as on YouTube, Motor Club for Life, and you'll learn more and more trainings, but this is going to be paramount. And I think the most important tool of any person is, so far as in getting their business to spawn, getting their business to grow vastly and quickly, expediently, is communication. Yep, and I let that sink in. Have a pause. Communication. If you know how to communicate, you got to remember there's countless countless people in the world. And with all the humans there are in the world, there should be no reason why there's a drought for your business. There's just too many people. Okay? There's too many people in the world to where you have to go into a drought and not have success in your business, whatever business it is. So if you know how to communicate, if you know how to say the right trained words to get into the subconscious mind of the actual people that you're looking to have as customers, that you're looking to help them with this MCA service, with these MCA benefits and discounts, everything that we have in our club membership. Or if you're looking to make a lot of money so far as a residual income. And I talk big numbers, people, okay? I'm not into sharing little numbers with people. Of course, you could make a couple $100. You could do this part-time, make a little bit of money. But, you know, I'm more into helping people make big money, you know, 5 figures, 6-figure monthly. You know, you can even scale it up once you really learn about different techniques, advanced techniques, you know, like sales funnels and having your business on autopilot so far as with advertising online, you know, offline and online, using both atmospheres to where you can get into a flow of traffic of a lot of people coming to your website, coming to call you because they see your ad or they see your information out there, and you could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a day, you know, $10,000 a week, if not more, on a monthly basis. So it's really, you know, the galaxy is the limit, not the sky's the limit, but our space is the limit, you know, for you. It's however you want to do. So let's dive in. Let me introduce you. Let me go ahead and write it out so you can see it, you know, because I believe in being transparent. You know, I like people to know exactly what's going on. Hold on for one moment. Let me grab a pen real fast. Okay. We want to grab a pen. All right. I'm going to write down some names on this paper right here in front of me as we're speaking right now, so that you can look to get in. I want you to look these people up, these men, look them up on YouTube, look up their books on Amazon, look up their information however you can, but you want to learn from these individuals, okay? It's who I learned from, and it's grown my mental capacity, my context, and my content is so huge, so massive now, to where it doesn't matter anybody that I can speak to, I can help them to understand about the opportunity we have and how it can help them, and how it's unlimited. Long as, I mean, there's more than 6 to 7 billion people in the globe, humans. There's no way, in America, there's multi-millions of people, so there is no competition. And having a service that we have with MCA, that's literally $40 to join, $20 a month. I mean, if you do this as a business, take it seriously as a business, it'll pay you as a business. You're talking about there is no business on earth, ladies and gentlemen, where you have a $20 overhead for your business. You have no inventory you got to worry about holding or warehousing and a shipment and manufacturing. You don't have that. You have no employees, so you don't got to worry about any taxes that you have to pay for your employees. No real estate, so you don't have to worry about a building, okay? If anything, the worst thing you may have, depending on your state, and I have a video talk about that, about the licensing. Depending on your state, when you join MCA, you may have a state license that you have to pay in addition to your $40 that you join for your membership. If that is so, okay, when you pay your first and last month to join, the $20 first and last month makes it $40 to join. If you do have a license, that doesn't mean you don't get the benefits, the services, the unlimited services, the discounts. You get that as soon as you join. 24 hours later, you'll have it. An email gets sent to you. Within 7 to 10 days, you'll get it sent in the mail, your little MCA card, okay? Your little MCA card gets sent out to you within, 7 to 10 business days. On top of that, you get your actual card that you tear away that's for your dental and for your medical and for your eyewear, all right? Your discounts. But the biggest thing I want you to know is that there's no business on earth where you pay $20 a month and your business can run. That's the only overhead you have. You can't beat it. You get all the tax deductions that a business owner can get, and like I said, you have the taxes that work more in your favor. So now you can get ahead. So even if you had this working with your 9 to 5 job, your W-2 job, excuse me, it works in your favor. So let's get to it. Let's get the men out of the way. The men that helped change my life. One of them is named Tim Sales. Like your sales that you make with MCA. Sales, that's his name. The other is Tom. They call him Big Al. That's his nickname, Big Al Schreider. Tom Big Al Schreider. Okay. The next one I would say is more for your personal development, for your mind, to understand how money works in the economy. And that's my rich dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki. Okay. So, if you can see this, all right, we have, okay, Tim Sales. You can see we have Tim Sales, Tom Big Al Schreider, Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, you see those names? All right, make sure you remember those names. Now, there's more, okay? You got Earl Nightingale, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, okay? Jim Rohn, definitely Jim Rohn, okay? He's the one that you see the remnants of him, the individuals, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, all these are individuals that train underneath Jim Rohn, okay? I've always been one that was about go to the pioneers, learn from the pioneers, and then you'll see the people that's today in the personal development movement. Back then it was called the self-help movement, to help you become better as a person, to help yourself to grow, okay? Because it's for sure true that the more you know, the more your income can grow, okay? The more you knew, the more your income grew. Okay, if you want to get massive wealth, you got to learn more about yourself. You got to grow yourself before you grow your wealth. Okay, so with that being said, let's get to Tom Big Al Schreider. Okay, there's multiple books this man has written. Okay, so I'm just going to cover just a couple of them, and I'm going to read a couple of things in it. Okay, real briefly. Okay, so bear with me, but you'll see how this is going to correlate and help your business if you take this seriously. Okay, let's look at this. This book is called How to Get Instant Trust, Belief, Influence, and Rapport. 13 Ways to Create Open Minds by Talking to the Subconscious Mind. All right? Very good book. Let me read just a little preface so you can see what I'm talking about. He says, it's not about the presentation. So if you're trying to present MCA to somebody, understand that one thing. It's not about the presentation, okay? It's not about the price. Obviously, we know $40 to join, $20 a month. It's not a lot of money, right? But here's the thing. Some people, like I was in the beginning, they don't have that. They don't have 2 pennies to rub together, okay? They don't have a dime or a quarter or a nickel or a penny to their name. That's how I was. I was homeless, living out of an Astro van, helping to take care of my 3 to 4 kids at that time. Okay, it just got worse and worse. The more children I had, 4 or 5 kids, I was taking care of them, but I was just spinning my wheels, having a moving company job. I was working at moving furniture in Las Vegas, Nevada, when it was 100 and something degrees temperature. I'm sure you can see how that was not the ideal occupation. Okay, even in Arizona, I worked in a moving company. All right, when I first got there, wasn't the ideal occupation, but I did what I had to do, working at labor jobs. All right, temp services. Okay, I did what I had to do to get money. Even when I worked and I was going through clinical studies, you know, when you go to be a lab rat at a clinical study place, and they test drugs and things of this nature on you. Okay, name brand versus generic drugs, investigational drugs, and they want to see how long it takes to get out of your blood system. They pay you big money for doing that. Okay, since I'm a healthy person, I never drunk, never smoked, never did drugs before, other than a clinical company. Okay, clinical trials as they're called. Okay, so I always tell people and make a joke about it, but I say to people, when I needed money fast to pick up the pace, I became a lab rat to escape the rat race. Invested in assets, properties, real estate, okay, and network marketing was the icing on the cake. Right, that little rhyme, but it's very true. I did what I did to get money. So when he talks about here that it's not about the price, that's true. All right, so let me just get back to this. It's not about the presentation, it's not about the price. It's about the magical first few words, the first few seconds when a salesman meets a customer or a prospect. What happens? In the first few seconds, prospects make an instant decision to do one of two things. Number one, they can trust you and believe you. Or number two, they can turn on their alarm and put it on the too good to be true filter. Be skeptical. They're looking for the catch, right? I'm sure you all can sympathize with this, right? That decision is immediate and unfortunate. Usually it's a final one. Learn how to build that bond of trust and belief with prospects in seconds. And how do you do this? By talking directly to the decision making part of the brain, the subconscious mind. But don't worry, it isn't hard to do. You will learn easily 4 and 5 word micro phrases and simple natural techniques that help you master this right away. Tom Big Al Schreider, right? Let's get to some of the bulk of this. He says, is it hard to get people to believe you? It says, most people, the answer would say is no. Everybody knows it's easy to get people to believe the things that we say, the good things that we say. In this book, you have learned the following starting techniques. It's about creating better conversations, better selling and beliefs and things of this nature. It's about rapport. Okay? It's all about rapport. Very, very true. Okay? Now, let me go to Icebreakers. This is the next book, Icebreakers. Real good book, if you could see that. Icebreakers. All right? Let's see what he says in here. He says, why I suffer and while you are rich and happy. Okay? Let's say we're both distributors. MCA. Okay? Same company. Me and you. Alright? After the regular meetings we have, let's say I went to the Denny's restaurant to get a late night meal. Okay? I sit at the table. The waitress comes up and says, what would you like to order? I replied, oh, I'd like a hamburger, french fries, a side salad, Caesar salad, macaroni and cheese, garlic bread, blueberry muffin, apple pie, ice cream, chocolate, cake, and a Diet Coke. The waitress brings the food, I eat it, and then I leave to go to my car in the parking lot. And then I say to myself, man, what a poor and miserable business that I'm in. Nobody here is interested in this MCA opportunity. Nobody wants a part-time job. Nobody wants to invest money to start a business. Nobody wants to be a salesman and make a lot of money to be their own boss. Everybody just wants to watch television, do their own thing, and go home. So what a poor, miserable business this is. Right? That's one person. Now, let's say that's what I said. But let's say you come in. You attended the same meeting we might have had before. And you go to that same Denny's restaurant and to get your late night meal. But you sit at the table next to me. And the waitress comes up to you and says, what would you like to order, sir? And you say this question. Let me ask you a question. Are you married to your job here? Or are you open-minded? The waitress thinks for a second and says, what? You repeat, are you married to your job here? Or are you open-minded? The waitress quickly says, hey, I'm open-minded. I don't want to be a waitress at Denny's all of my life. What is this about, though? What are you talking about? You reply, well, I can't really talk to you about it right now. You're at work. The waitress interrupts you. Well, do you have a brochure? Can you send me to a website? What's your phone number? Do you have a business card, CD, DVD? I mean, there's surely got to be a way you can tell me about this, what's going on. I have a coffee break maybe coming up here in 30 minutes. I can follow you to your car. Can we talk about it then? You finish your meal at the Denny's restaurant, go to your car, and you think, man, what a poor, miserable business this is. I can't even have a meal at Denny's without people harassing me, asking me for my opportunity, asking for presentations. They want what I have. I have to push people away, prospects, just so I can finish my meal. Man. So what's the difference here? Well, we both went to eat at the Denny's restaurant, right? We both had the same waitress. The only difference is the different words that you choose. You get that? It's all about the words that you say to people. Okay? Because you chose different trained words, you have unlimited prospects begging you for a presentation and living the life of your dreams. Whereas because I chose untrained words, the first person, right, in that scenario, I just complain. Nobody wants to do the business. And I spend my whole career so far as with MCA or your network marketing business just in frustration. Okay? The only difference in this scenario is the chosen different words that's utilized. Okay? Everything else is the same. Are you kind of getting the picture now? All right? So these few words, are you married to your job or are you open-minded? Okay? They separate you with your life of, separate me with my life of frustration and no extra weekly money coming in from you enjoying unlimited pre-sold customers, pre-sold prospects, and you can live the life of your dreams. Just a few trained words. Get it? Here's another one. Prospects are everywhere, he says. If you know what to say, you can have unlimited potential in your business to grow. Okay? Later that day, I needed a battery for my camera. I stopped by a local electronics store and I pick up from a single AAA battery, walk to the cashier, and I say, I would like to purchase this AAA battery. The cashier replies, well, that'd be $1. Do you want a warranty with this? Bravely, I say, no. I'll risk the whole dollar. I walk out into the parking lot, and then I grumble. What a poor, miserable business I have. Nobody wants this opportunity in this city. Nobody wants more income in their life. Everybody's happy with their job. Nobody just wants to have this business. Everybody believes it's like a pyramid scheme or it's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. You know, what a poor, miserable business this is. Nobody even believes me. Right? But here's the thing. Let's say in another scenario, he says here, you stand right behind me in the line at the register at the electronics store. After I finish the purchase of my battery, walk out the store, you come up to the cashier behind me and you say, I would like to purchase this AAA battery. The cashier says, well, that'll be $1. You want a warranty with that? You say, no, I'll risk it. But I am curious though. Have you found a chance to be your own boss so that you don't have to work 40 hours a week? The cashier thinks for a moment and says, what? You repeat again, have you found a way to be your own boss already so that you don't have to work 40 hours a week for the rest of your life? The cashier smiles, says, of course not. I mean, that's why I'm working here for minimum wage. And then you say, well, I know that you're busy and you don't have time to talk right now or may have time to look. When you decide to start looking, here's my card. Just give me a call. And then you just hand him your card. That's it. Like I would hand you my card. That's all. You reply, well, hey, do you have a phone number? I'd like to give you a call. What is all this about? What are you talking about? And I say, well, you're at work right now. I can't talk to you right now. Now the cashier, what is it going to do? The cashier's going to panic. Says, oh, well, hold on. Here's my phone number. I get home tomorrow at 5 p.m. Give me a call. I should be home. If you can't reach me at home, just call my cell phone. Leave me a message. I'll get back to you. Do you have some kind of brochure or website that I can go look at? You know, you could tell me a little bit about it. As you walk into a parking lot, you say, what a poor, miserable business this is. I can't even pick up a battery without being constantly harassed. You know, people begging me for these services and benefits we have. You know, they want the opportunity to make extra money. Always looking at me for presentations to give them, even when I don't want to. You see the difference? Now, it might not be that extreme where the other party will be coming after you like that. But the bottom line of it is when you put yourself in a position, ladies and gentlemen, what Mr. Big Al is saying, put yourself in a position to where people want what you have. If you put yourself in that position, when you're putting your ads online, when you're putting your flyers with the EDDM, the Every Door Direct Mail, you know, you get a flyer, you put it out there in the mail, let the mailman take it out there for you. Or when you're leaving your business cards, when whatever have you, online you're doing your sales funnels, okay, to get prospects to come in, and you're putting your ad on your capture page, and so far as your squeeze page, different things like that, you're putting it in the flow of traffic where a lot of people can come to you. You still have to know what to say when you talk to them, when you pick up the phone, right? You still need to have the right trained words and know what to say to people when you're out in public, when you're out in the street. Okay, when people call you, you got to know what to say. And when you have the right trained words to know what to say, to speak to their subconscious mind, okay, you're getting past all that bad programming they have, all of that stereotypes, all that biases. You're getting past all those prejudices that people have, thinking that you're a salesman and they don't want to get sold anything, or people don't want to get scammed out of their hard-earned money. You're getting past all that with learning these types of icebreakers, these words that get you past that. All right, and let's finish the last part. He says, okay, what was the difference in these two scenarios? You go shopping and have prospects begging you for a presentation. I shop at the same places you do, see the same people you do, but have no prospects. What's the difference? You and I chose different words when we were in contact with those same people. You get it? So if we get icebreakers right, we'll have lots of prospects that want the services and the benefits and what we offer them, and they'll want that income opportunity. There's so many people in the world, millions of people in America, that want to make income. They just don't know how. Okay? They only know how to do it the way they were taught and raised to do it, which is go to school, get a job, do it that way, to be an employee, a W-2. Okay? But if you use the right untrained words, if we use untrained words when we meet people, it's going to be a poor and miserable business that we have. That's very true. Okay? Very, very true. Here's some more examples of some of these words, okay, for opportunity. This is just for the income opportunity, not for the business. Well, you know how we hate our jobs? Well, I show people how you can fire your boss. So when you ask someone, what do you do for a living? Usually you could be at a party, you can be relaxing, chilling, whatever. Someone says, what do you do? You ask somebody, just walk up to them and ask them, what do you do for a living? What do you think they're usually going to do? They're going to ask you, they're going to tell you what they do if you seem friendly enough and if you have that rapport built. And then they're going to ask you, what do you do? And you can say these type of icebreakers. Okay, well, you know how we all hate our jobs, right? Well, I show people how to fire their boss. Or, well, you know how most jobs don't pay enough money? Well, I show people how to get a second paycheck to make life a lot easier for them. Well, you know how we hate commuting the traffic to work in rush hour, wasting all that time being away from our family? Well, I show people how they can work out of their homes. You see that? You get this? These icebreakers, and it goes on and on. This book has hundreds of them. Well, you know how things are so expensive nowadays? Well, I show people how they can have more money coming in with a part-time business that's fun. Well, you know how it's hard to get by on even 2 paychecks nowadays? Well, I show people how they can start their own part-time business and they can earn all the money that they need every week. You get this? Right? Well, you know how some people have a problem with having too much money and too little money? Well, I show people how to get an extra paycheck that comes in their bank account every month, and that takes care of that problem. Okay? So the bottom line of it is, this is a good book, Icebreakers. I highly suggest this book, .com Secrets by Russell Brunson. Real good book to teach people about sales funnels, about making money online. There's a science to it, there's a formula to it, and you need to know how to do it. Okay? Always and always, Rich Dad Poor Dad is the classic. If you don't know about that, you got to get that book. Okay? Now here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember this. You might say, well, Maurice, I don't really like reading. Well, readers are leaders. Okay? You don't got to like it, but I suggest you learn how and you get used to it, because reading helps you out. Not only is it fundamental, but it's going to help you out to know what you need to know. And most of all, I mean, right nowadays they got audio devices. Now you can listen to the audio. You don't even have to read the book, so you can get the audio. But the bottom line of it is you got to get the information, pour it in here, learn it, and then you can therefore be able to use it to grow your business. So hopefully I gave you a lot of examples. I mean, there's more where that come from. I give a lot of trainings. I help people all the time, whether you're on my MCA team or not. Okay, but the bottom line of it is that you will be trained well. You will get successful, and you will be able to make weekly income if is that what you seek, if that's what you want. If you need extra money, if you're struggling, paycheck to paycheck, it's not cutting it, that's because you're not going to really profit in life if you don't understand that you got to make profits in life. Get it? Okay? Profits are better than wages. Jim Rohn, my teacher, taught me that. Alright, so with that being said, Maurice signing off, the role model. God bless, and definitely stay too obsessed with success and always stay too stressed to be blessed. Excuse me, got it backwards. Stay too blessed to be stressed and always obsessed with success. All right? One love. Peace.